Okay, I'm going to look pretty funny in this recording because I'm going to be walking around like a half a mouse here on the thing. So if you're going to want to laugh at me right now, go ahead and laugh at me right now and what I look like in this video because it does look pretty dorky. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and erase what we did in the last class. And let's talk about what I want you to do now first before we do segment kind of 2 of 3. Okay? Now yesterday, let's understand what we did. We made a log scale is what we did, right? We made a scale that we could add things up, segment lengths, which would represent multiplication. Okay, so I asked you yesterday to cut a segment off of the top scale. Remember we made 2 scales, and the bottom scale I think you saved. That's what we taped together, correct? And then the top scale, you started with the 1 and you cut something. So I'm going to use just the line we had yesterday, pretend that this was what we had, and in the middle of it was the square root of 10, correct? And then 1/4 of the way in was 10 to the 1/4. We knew what that decimal was, and when we went 3/4 of the way, we had 10 to the 3/4. And this was 10, and that represented 1. Okay, so that's what we had. So what we did is when you had the scissors, in fact, you don't have the scissors anymore, which is fine because maybe I'm worried that somebody will have this lesson and do what? Something drastic or whatever. I got to watch how I'm doing because I'm live. This is going to go on national, YouTube videos are interesting. How many views do you really get? I do get views. All of a sudden I get these people from other countries that have wanted to subscribe to my channel or whatever, which I don't really, ever advertise it, but it's there for you guys. But that does happen. So it would be better if I got a better looking mic. Would you agree? Like rather than this, Mickey Mouse. Yeah, it's down here. Okay, I thought it was up there. I don't know where it's at. Okay, what are we doing now? Some of you cut your thing off right here. Okay, got it? It's that long. And you know what that number is. What is that decimal number? Could somebody put that in the calculator real quick? Because I don't have that number. What is 10 to the 3/4 power? So everybody who did that one, you know what your number is, right? I told you to write that. What's that? 5.62. So some of you had a segment that is 5.62. Okay? So now what I want you to do, everybody in your groups, I want you to take that segment that you cut, the exact length of, and I want you to tape that together now. So I want you upside down. Go ahead. You got the tape. I want you to each to take it and tape them together. Okay, so what I'm asking you, if you got a group of 4 or 5, you're going to have 4 pieces all taped together. Okay? Now remember, to do this right, you had to cut it off here at the 1, and so that's your length of your segment. Okay? Okay, so we've got somebody who's like the tape person, somebody who's the let's put it together on the table person, and somebody puts their finger on it to hold it in place while somebody puts the tape on it, and pretty soon it becomes like an assembly line. And what are we really doing now? We're going to be multiplying numbers together, aren't we? Okay, so I want one person in the group to get a calculator out, have it ready. One person. Okay, and the person that's in the group. Now, if you followed my direction, the number should be on every segment, correct? Okay, so using your as soon as you guys are glued together, well, that sounds bad on tape. As soon as you guys are glued together, right? It's like I'm putting super glue between your heads and we're going to, But if I cannot have that in-class humor on tape, right, would it be really me on tape or would I be like somebody else that's out there, right? Would I say something like that normally, right? Yeah, I would. So, okay, so are you guys all glued together? Okay, you're glued together. Good. Okay, I need your numbers. Remember I said later on, write your numbers? Right there. Okay, who's the calculator person here? Okay, would you please, you got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 segments. You do not get to tell us what the answer is. But I want you to put these numbers in the calculator, multiply them together, and don't tell. Guys in this group, eyes are closed while she's doing the secret work. You're not looking at what she's doing. She's putting it, because the calculator is what we would do today, right? Okay, would somebody in here write down whoever's the calculator person, write down the numbers on your little scratch paper. You could use the back of that paper from yesterday. So you're multiplying the numbers together, okay? Who's the calculator person here? Okay, you are writing the 5 numbers down, or 4 numbers, and you're going to multiply them together. You've got the same idea here, right? Okay? You guys got it here? Okay. What's that? You, whatever this number is, you write down that number on your paper, and then you put it in a calculator and multiply these 4 or 5 together. That's the idea. Okay, so far so good? Okay, so now, Teresa, you've got the answer, right? And you're keeping the answer a secret, right? You're not telling anybody the answer. Alex, let's see. Somebody who wouldn't mind being with me on national TV? If you okay with it? Yeah. Okay, would you come and assist me? Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to get rid of my ruler for a second. We're going to take the log scale now. Okay, would you get your segments together? Okay, now what I predict is we're going to come up with a pretty close answer for what this is. Okay, and hopefully everybody did it right. Okay, you ready? Here, you hold that to the right. Okay, now we can't pull this apart too much because, oh, it's upside down. Okay, we got it. Okay, kind of stretch out. Okay, let me have one end of this thing. It doesn't matter. Either way, I'm not going to look at the numbers, okay? I'm going to line this up at the beginning. Okay, we got it. Okay, what we're doing is we're going to measure the length of the segment based upon our scale here. Kind of pull that to the right a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to make sure it's lined up now. Okay, so I've lined it up. And lo and behold, I think the answer here, let's see, wait. Okay, this is 1. This is 10. And then this represents 100. And then this represents 1,000. I'm going to predict that by random chance, the numbers that this group multiplied together, which were 5 distinct different numbers, multiplied together would be 1,000. Was I correct? Okay, you see, your calculator is not as accurate as I am on the board. Because, again, I'm not rounding much because I've got big gaps, right? Okay? Everybody okay? Now, do me a favor. I'll hold this. Okay, so, hold on. Somebody's at the door. See the problem? Okay, could somebody, I'll be right back. I got to go get the door. Okay, hold on. We're on TV right now. Give me a second. Hold on. No, we are, right? We are. Could I have your 4? Could I have your, this is all glued together, right? Okay, ready? Okay, let's do this one. Okay, well, you got to hold that right side there. Okay, got it. No, it's careful. You don't want to pull this apart. Okay, so we're going to do now, I'm going to put, and this is like Karnak. For those of you that are older out there in audio land, Karnak was Johnny Carson. Mr. Rose, you can come in. Mr. Rose, you can come in. But remember Karnak with Johnny Carson? Okay, and the answer is, wait. We got to line this up with the 1 to 10 and all that other stuff. Okay, got it? Okay, that's okay, right? Got it. The answer is, 1,237. Wait, you got 2,000?
Yeah, it's pretty close to those 2,000.
That's got to be. Oh, wait. Yeah. I'm sorry. 2,370. Oh, we're pretty close. Well, we're rounding there. Okay, hold on. Could somebody crawl? Be out of the camera. Bring yours here. Just crawl. Get that backpack out of the way there. Okay, you're off camera there, so you can crawl. Come on, real quick. Stay heads down. We're gonna stay heads down. Well, come on. Bring me to. Come on. Here, we can put this on the side. Okay, really quick. Come on. Heads down. Hand it to. All right. I love it. Okay. The answer here is 111, 117.8. A little more than 117.8. 149? Did you glue something wrong? Hold on. Oh, we put it on. That's right. Mr. Rose, we're almost there. He left. He was bored with me right now. Wait. I got to read the scale here. What did... 100. I got 100 now. I wrote it 100, about 180. What did it come out to be? Probably 178. What'd you get? 149? Okay, I'm suspecting. Okay, thank you very much. I'm suspecting, I might be wrong, but I'm suspecting one of these might be wrong. It doesn't look like it's wrong. Looks like it's right. This is like the ticker tape, you know. Dot, 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 dot. Okay, what did we just prove? That we could add up segments. I mean, that last one I was a little fishy on, right? But I don't want to spend all day to figure out where the mistake's at. But the point is, what does the log scale tell us? Well, it tells us the answer when we add segments up. Okay? So far, so good? Now, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to get, I wanted you to get this concept down that we're adding up segments on a log scale is like multiplying numbers together, right? I was able to predict what the calculator gave us. So what I have cut in front of you now, okay, right now we're good to go. Whoever these are, I'll get to walk freely back to give you guys this one back. So at this stage, we're done with phase one. We've manufactured a log scale that every time we added a segment, we increase the size of it by a factor of 10. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a very, very accurate graduated scale. Now, what I gave you in front of you is something that is made from what is called a slide rule. And on Monday, we're going to learn how to do math with a slide rule. So what you have is a paper cut of one of the scales from the slide rule. The bottom one says D, the top one says C, I believe. Correct? Okay, so find your paper cuts, find the cutouts of the ones I gave you. Does everybody have it? Okay. Now, here's what you have now. You have this scale here that the graduations are not just the way we did it in class, but it's very accurate. Here's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, this isn't just 1. This isn't anything if it doesn't write. This is 10. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does that seem to match up with the ones that we made? Yeah, because the reason why what I did was I gave you segments from a slide rule that the rule's length is 25 centimeters. And so what the blank rule I gave you that we made that first segment out of was 25 centimeters. So it should match up. You should be able to take the one I just handed you, compare it against the one that you guys all taped together, and you should find those numbers would match. Why don't you do that as a group now? Okay, compare the D scale against the D scale that you have on your desk, the one that you have the long one. Oh, you guys need it back. Careful. There you are. Okay, kind of put them next to each other, okay? Okay, so he's back. Okay, I think he's back. Okay, okay. Okay, good. We're on camera right now. Hold on. Okay, crawl, crawl, crawl. We're on camera. Crawl, crawl, crawl. On all fours. That's right. Well, you could just walk in the room then. That's okay. That's fine. If you don't care. We're on YouTube. That's it. We're on YouTube. Okay, thank you. Oh, wow. You guys want to do some more in a little bit? Okay, maybe Tree will do some. We'll see. Yeah, maybe Tree will. Thank you. Oh, wow. New supply. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay. Oh, they're over here. Okay. Are you guys okay with understanding what you did now for your activity? Do you see the connection? You made the scale manually, but in real life, manually is not going to hack it. So what we want to do now is we want to make a big scale. Now here's what we're going to do next. I've given you each a D scale. You should find your D scale, right? Let's see. See the scale that says D somewhere? You know how last week I said cut it at the number 1? Right? Cut it at the number 1. We're going to do that as well. We're going to cut it at the number 1, and we're going to glue together. Now, I found out that the longest slide rule, working slide rule, is like 350 feet long. And it was built down in Texas. And I've always thought, what if we got into the Guinness Book of World Records? Could we have the longest slide rule in the world? Now, when somebody recently told me about this longest slide rule, which is a person from the Slide Rule Museum, it's actually, I don't know how to say the name of the town. I haven't asked the person how to say. So maybe because we're going to be on video and he could hear me pronounce the name of the town, he could tell me if I'm right or wrong, right? Now, the question is, there's a city in Kentucky that is directly south of New Albany in Jeffersonville. Do you guys know what the name of that town is? Do you guys know a little bit about what town I'm talking about by clue? It's got a racetrack in it. And it has probably the most famous horse race in the world, run every May. It's called the Kentucky Derby. You know what city that's in? No? Well, they say it different way. When you write the word, and I hope I don't mess this up, I think this is how it's spelled. Okay. Oh, how do I know the name of it? You know why? I know the name of it. I could find the name of it. It's right here. Right? You know? Have you seen this before this year? You've never seen this one? Oh, it's depend if you're good or bad, okay, in the class. That's whether you see it or not. Okay, so, you know, I love to play baseball. So I still have, this is the baseball bat that I used when I was a teenager, okay? And it's called the Louisville Slugger. Now, how did I say that word? No, I didn't say Louis. I said Louisville. Louisville Slugger. Now, turns out the Slide Rule Museum is in Colorado. And I want to know, do they say it Louisville, like Louisville, Kentucky, or do they say Louisville? Because different towns, they say names different ways. Because Louisville, Kentucky, says it Louisville. They kind of like swallow the whole word sometimes, Louisville. Like, you go, what is that? Louisville. Okay, Louisville. Like Missouri. You know, it's not Missouri if you live in Missouri. It's Missouri if you live in Missouri. Yes. The D scale. Okay, if it's a D scale, it's a D scale. So D scale is D scale. So let me demonstrate the cut now. This one you have to cut on one. So what I do is I put the D scale pointing down. I put all the numbers, like the numbers on the bottom, right? And on my right now, because it's the left one I want to cut, so I turn it upside down, it's the right one. I get my scissors and I want to cut it right as close as I can, right along that line that forces, that makes up the scale. Now, it turns out my cut was perfect right in the beginning, and that's all I'm worried about. If it tailed off a little bit, that's okay. Okay? So everybody can cut their D scale on the left. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to do like we did yesterday. You know where we put the scales together? One on the left, matching up with the other one? Okay, I want you to do that. And the reason I did it on the left is here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to demonstrate on the board real quick. I need you to be able to let the numbers always show. So you're going to put the one that's on the right over the one that's on your left. So I'm going to line it up just like that, okay, edge to edge, number to number perfectly. And then somebody's going to have a piece of tape, and this thing's falling down off my head. Okay, so I need a piece of tape. I don't need a lot of tape. And you got to watch how you give it to the person on tape, because they could spend half their life just getting it the other way, okay? Or they put it on their face, and then their face becomes the part to move it. Okay, then I'm going to put the tape right over it, and presto, I now have the two together. And then what do I want to do on the back side? grab another piece of tape. And what the goal is, we are going to put and make a classroom set of this, okay? So you guys continue that. I'm going to shut the camera off, and we'll come back on when you're done.